translate it directly. In yoga also we talk about each one of it. So we take all the 5 levels, between them, okay, something called as reflexology. So the same points in a sense between each other. It's not that. There is a connection between each one of them. So even if we speak of Manomaya as having the emotions, basically even the chakras can have their own emotions. So as we saw, there is a connection between the body and the energy, which we saw in therapies like acupressure, acupuncture. So similarly, there will be a connection between the energy sheet and the emotional sheet also. So over here, if we can find that every chakra relates to certain energies. And what are they? First of all, when we talk about the Muladhara chakra, the Muladhara chakra, the emotion related to the Muladhara chakra is supposed to be something called as survival and security. It is our mool, the root. And as root, basically, what is the function of a root? It goes down in the earth and gathers nutrition and provides nutrition to us. So similarly over here, the Muladhara in our body tries to help us in our own survivals and our securities. So this is the basic emotion that is related with the chakra. But then if you look at it, all the expressions are related or coming from these emotions. For example, what do we have to survive? What do we do to survive? We breathe, we eat, we drink water. Okay? Now, going back to an animal level, what does an animal have to do to eat food? It can eat another animal, but at the same time, suppose there is a scarcity of food, then basically there has to be some violence involved in that. Violence in the sense of competition sort of a thing. Now, obviously we have evolved as humans, but basically most of the emotions are still within us. So for example, survival is a basic instinct, and for survival we need to eat food, but to eat that food we need to, as humans, what do we need to do? Can we just go out? Are there any trees outside over here? There are no trees over here, so there is nothing like an animal. We go out and just pluck a fruit from a tree and eat it. It's not as simple as that. So what do we have to do? We have to buy that food, and to buy that food, what do we need? We need money. And to have that money, what do we need to do? We need to work. Okay? So all these emotions come simultaneously, all these expressions come simultaneously along with these. So, in a sense, survival or security is a basic emotion, but then it shows up in the form of various expressions. Similarly, security. Now they are related to each other. Survival is basically about, in a sense, I need to sustain myself. But at the same time, security, in a sense, I need to protect myself also. So what do we do to protect ourselves? Protect from what basically? We have to go out of danger. So how did we do that? First of all, we formed clusters. Yeah. First of all, we formed society. So we are staying together. So in a sense, nobody in a jungle, if you look at it, a real form of it. So when we are staying in the jungle, basically other animals cannot come and harm us. Then we try to find some dwelling. We stay in a house. So these are again the expressions of it, and this is how it slowly goes on building. And then all of a sudden, suppose tomorrow if there is a problem with the job, it is not a problem with the job actually, it's a problem of our security. Okay? Because all of a sudden that instinct is still within us, that we all need to survive. All of a sudden, though consciously we may not be aware about it, all of a sudden we start about thinking, oh, what will I be eating tomorrow? Do I have a house for myself tomorrow? So these start coming within us all of a sudden. But now the roots over here are in these chakras as such. Next is the Swadhisthana chakra. And the emotion that is, or the feeling that is attached to this is what is called as pleasure and sensuality. For example, if you look at it, why do we eat food? To sustain your body, that's true. But think about it. Very true. Yeah. Now this is at a theoretical level, I understand. But just think about it. When do you eat? What triggers you?
Happiness.
Yeah. So first of all, in a sense, if you can survival instincts are based or they are attached with a pleasure or a sensuality part of it. For example, you wouldn't have eaten if you don't feel hungry. We need to survive, but that survival won't occur unless there's something pinching you. So nature provides for the survival through some pinching. And that is seen as a pain. So hunger, thirst, feelings of heat, cold, they are all in a sense got to the sensuality also. But they have basic function of survival. And obviously when we eat, how do we feel after eating? We feel good after eating. So in a sense the pleasure is attached with that. So only survival and security can't work by itself. It has to be attached with another feeling also. So it is the drive of pleasure and sensuality which helps us to attain it. Just because I want to survive, I won't be able to. There has to be something that drives me. So the drive comes somewhere from here, from the Swadhisthana chakra, what is called as pleasure and sensuality. Now we need to understand the difference between pleasure and sensuality. For example, as we said, why do we eat food? For survival. But then we try to make that a more comfort part of it. And then slowly, if you look at animals, do they have a cuisine? They just go and eat whatever is available. So fortunately or unfortunately, all the cuisines are developed. But what has happened is, from survival, we have gone on to the sensuality part of it. Today we don't eat food just for survival. We check out a particular restaurant. No, तो ये खाना ना यहाँ पर जाके खाओ. Finally खाना क्यों है? Survival के लिए खाना है. लेकिन हम ऐसा नहीं करते. Why? Because somewhere along with that, the sensuality part of it has also been attached over here. Next is the Manipur chakra, and the Manipur has got to do with the emotions of what is called as power, control, and authority. Now, if we want to survive, just survival won't occur because, as Darwin put it, survival of the fittest. So you have to be fit, and that fit would come as an aspect of basically power. So you need to be basically one step ahead of the competition. Whenever in a sense survival again becomes like a competition, and then there are people around you, and for you to survive you need to be one step ahead of each other. So that is driven basically by power and control, and that is usually done from the Manipur chakra. And in a sense this is also supposed to be at the central level as such, which is why when most of the times we feel anxious, what do we say? How do we feel basically? We feel something in the pit of the stomach. Now again, there are no specific areas for these as such. It can be different in different people also. Okay? So in a sense, whenever you feel anxious and you feel something in the pit of your stomach, that is your Manipur chakra. Martial arts focuses over there also. Anybody practicing martial arts? No.
Belt.
You used to? Belt. Okay. Yeah, but we, along with that, in a sense, solar plexus, what they call as. Okay, so that is the area where the energy is focused. So that is something similar to the Manipur chakra, which is got to do with power, control, and authority. Now again, power control is just not for our survival. It has different shades also. So in a sense, it could be used in a good way in terms of being leaders also. So leader would function at this level also. At the same time, it can be for self also, it can be for others also. Why do you need to be in control? For yourself, first of all, that I survive. But then, why does a leader, how does a leader function? It is not only for the self that he does it. I am not talking about political leaders. There could be some good political leaders. But in a sense of social leaders, suppose we take it. So in a sense, it is not just for a self that a person is functioning. It could be functioning for something beyond himself also. So over there also the power at the Manipur chakra could be functioning. But the reasons could be different. Somebody could be using just for the self purpose. Somebody could be using it for the benefit of the society also. Okay. Next is basically the Anahat, and from the heart where it is located, you can immediately understand the emotions over here. They are basically what is called as love and compassion. Okay. So, heart, which usually we understand as love and compassion, but we actually need to understand the meaning of love and compassion. in a sense, beginning from the survival instincts only. First of all, we are related to the attached with what is called as self-esteem. Now is a theoretical knowledge. Yeah, this is not an experiential knowledge. Maybe there could be an